Well, hello everybody. I'm Joe Royer, and this is my official, very first vlog I've ever done. I've done many blogs throughout my career, but I'm starting to vlog not for professional reasons, but um, for reasons of my bicycle trip that's coming up. Many people who know me know I've taken a couple, more than a couple, big bicycle trips and lots of questions are being asked of me. So I'm posting this blog on my Facebook and YouTube accounts just to give you some information so that I can get out there. I am preparing myself for a bicycle trip uh, along the Mississippi River. It's called the Mississippi River Trail. It starts on Lake Itasca, Minnesota, and goes all the way down, of course, to the Gulf of Mexico, south of New Orleans. It is a 26-day trip, and I'll be riding my bicycle 24 of those 26 days, and then I'm adding in there a couple of rest days as well. So I just want to talk a little bit about my trip. Many of my friends and family have asked me about the trip and what it entails. So that's what this vlog's about, and I'm hoping that as we go along, I will be putting out daily vlogs, particularly once the trip starts. So you'll be able to keep up on the adventures of Kim and myself. My wife Kim will be going with me. She is not biking, that's very clear, but she is driving the vehicle, and she's going to be what's called my SAG. SAG stands for support and gear. Bicyclists are very familiar with that term, and so she'll be carrying all the food and the equipment from day to day and so forth. We'll get more into what Kim's role is going to be later. Uh, but it's going to be an adventure nonetheless. We've never been away from home that long. She's never been away from home that long, and so this will be interesting to see how this goes. Pray for our marriage, because I don't know what this is going to do to us, how quickly we'll get tired of each other. Um, Neither of us have violent tendencies, but it'll be interesting to see how that gets tested, as really the only person she's going to see from day to day for a whole month is me. And I am not always going to be in the mood to be communicative. As I'm riding probably anywhere from, well, I know my lowest day is 70 miles, my highest day I think is 110 miles. So I'll be riding between 70 and 110 every day of those 24 days. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting. A couple of things about the Mississippi River Trail. It's going to be about a 2,200-mile trip. And a lot of people are asking me why, and I'll fill you in on why as the days go. But this is really kind of a renewal leave for me. I pastor a United Methodist Church here in the Springboro area, and as part of my job, I get the opportunity to take renewal leaves every 4 to 6 years, somewhere in there. And so this leave is really just giving me an opportunity to renew myself, kind of separate me from what I do for a living, and just kind of reconnect with my call and just take a breather. So for you clergy friends out there of mine, you know how it can be taxing at times to be a full-time clergy. And there's other professions as well that go through this that have high burnout rates. And anytime you're dealing with lots of people all the time, as much as I love my job, it can be taxing at times as well. But I'll talk more about that as the days come and go. A lot of people have been asking, how am I going about planning my trip? And it is actually a lot of time. It's very time consuming to plan a trip like this. And the first thing I do is I get a map. I use Google Maps. I cross-reference with another map I found regarding the Mississippi River Trail, and I take that map and Google Maps and cross-reference with this book. This book was written a long time ago. When I say a long time ago, I think it was in the 1990s by a guy named Bob Robinson, who took the Mississippi River Trail and then wrote a book about the Mississippi River Trail. He actually bicycled it as well. And so there's a lot of information in this book that I've taken, and I cross-reference this book with Google Maps, with another Mississippi River Trail map, and I come up with my own route. My goal on the route is to stay as close to the Mississippi as possible, If you stay on the Mississippi River Trail, which isn't always just bike trails, it's also roads, then you will naturally be along the Mississippi River for the most part, all the way down to a place called Venice, Louisiana, which is the southernmost part of Louisiana. You're essentially on this little strip of land in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. So 2,200 miles around about. I'll have a more exact figure for you in the days ahead. Some people have also asked where are we staying, where we stay for the night, and that was quite a conversation with my wife and I. I have no problems camping from time to time. However, when you camp, it takes a lot more equipment, and we are, of course, have only so much space in our SUV. And other than that, my wife isn't always real excited about camping, particularly not that often. So we're nixing the whole camping idea, and we're going to the hotel and Airbnb route. So once I cross-reference those three, Google Maps, the Mississippi River Trail, and the book that I got, I cross-reference those and create a route. Then I map out how far I think I can bicycle each day, and try to get from hotel to hotel. We are now done with mapping out our hotels and Airbnbs, and so I then go back along the route and I tweak my route based on where our hotels and Airbnbs are. It's not really a big difference, but it can add some miles on any particular day, depending on what hotel I'm going to. It can also take away mileage, depending on where I'm going to. So I'm almost done with that phase of it. Once that's done, we'll have the route done and ready to go. What else? Rest days. I have rest days planned in St. Louis as well as in Memphis. As you can imagine, if you're riding 70 to 110 miles each day, you need a couple days there to recuperate. I've done a couple of big trips like this before. My biggest trip previously was from Casper, Wyoming to Cincinnati, Ohio, and I took a rest. That was a 2-week trip. I took a rest day in Dubuque. Was it Dubuque, Iowa? I don't remember now. It was in Iowa. And those rest days are golden because it really allows you to recuperate and such. So there's that. That's pretty much all I got now. I just wanted to kind of see how this vlogging thing goes for the first time. Hopefully I can figure out the audio and get it posted. And I just opened up a YouTube account, and so I'll get the link out there for anyone who's interested to following me. I will have Kim in on our vlogs, of course, from time to time, depending on how grumpy she is. For entertainment value, I'll try to find her grumpiest days and make sure I record her. And I'm sure that she will do the same for you on my grumpiest days. And I'm probably going to have a couple of those, depending on how the day goes. Bicycling is, well, you got to be flexible when you're bicycling. You don't know about the terrain. You should know about the terrain, but you don't always know about the weather. The wind can play a big factor on how far you can go and how long it takes you to get to where you're going. And going down the Mississippi River, you're going north to south, so it's a possibility of having a lot of heavy crosswinds along the way. And crosswinds for you bicyclists, as you know, is not good. But hopefully they're not. Hopefully the winds certainly are not in my face. So we'll see how that goes. I'll talk more about weather and terrain and all that in a different vlog. But for now, I just appreciate all the support I'm getting from my church here in Springboro. First Time Methodist Church. And all my friends and family, and I look forward to doing more vlogs in the future with my wife Kim and myself, and then once we're on the trip, hopefully we will be putting out daily vlogs. So I will talk to you later, and bye-bye.